It's been about a month since the last devlog, and let me show you everything I have created and added to my game that I've been working on part-time since then. So the main menu hasn't changed at all since last time. We have the same basic menu, absolutely nothing's different, so let's just jump into it, where immediately you will see something different. You are presented with a choice of your ability right away. You can also access your stats and your collection, and I have now added in controller support. So if I press X, Y, or B, the left, top, or right buttons, I can go ahead and just select it by just holding. And I can press the bumpers, and I can just open up either one of them or toggle them between each other. So I can go ahead and just pretty much play the entire game basically now with a controller. For this demonstration, I will be using a keyboard and mouse as it is just easier and more convenient for me. So I'll go ahead and select Toxic Aura for this one. And so now, right away, we're starting with this new ability. And as you saw, we have a lot of new abilities. And because this is still really, really early, I've added in an extra debug menu. If I hit backspace on the keyboard, you will be presented with all the abilities I've added since then. And if you just scroll through these, you can see a lot of new ones, a lot of previous ones that you might have seen. But there are now over 30 abilities. I think we're at the mid-30s or high 30s now in abilities. But you can go ahead and just look through all of these, and you can select through these. So, for example, if you want a special ability to try out, you can just go ahead and just select one, click and hold, and when you see it turn this yellowish color again, that means it's been selected, and you're good to go. Then you just press backspace again, and now I have that ability, and I can check it with tab on the keyboard, and there's my glass cannon and the Toxic Aura. So in this manner, you can go ahead and just test out all of them. Now, I have added a mini-map, as you see in the top right corner, but unfortunately, in this package build, it doesn't work. Now, I do have a early version of the actual Dungeon Architect plugin that I'm using for this, so it's possible that once it's actually released on the marketplace, this will be fixed for the package, but as of right now, unfortunately, in the packaged version, the mini-map is broken. And for reference, this is the mini-map that you would have, assuming that I managed to package it correctly. But again, this will be coming later on, and you can see when you go into the rooms, you see the enemies. So this will be coming soon once we figure out the issue with the packaging of this plugin. But for now, what you can do is run around, and when you have actually the doors unlocked, as in they open like this, you're actually now able to just jump out of the level. Now you may be wondering, why is this the case? And why is it only when the doors are unlocked? Because right now, if I jump, I can't jump out. So when the doors are locked, you're stuck in the level until the doors are open, as in when you clear enough enemies. Now, the reason for this is because this now allows you to actually traverse downwards. As you see, there's another level below. So we now have the option to go ahead and quickly go in between levels without needing to go just where the doors allow us to go. Basically, you're able to jump out of the level if you so wish. So doors are unlocked, and now I could go this way, or I can just hop on over, and assuming I don't miss, I can actually make it to the different level. In this case, that is the danger of jumping between them. But if I go ahead and do new game, let's grab some armor to start with, and you can see, well, the boss is actually right over there. That's the boss room. And I can tell that there's a room down there. So what I can do is actually just jump over and hope to land in a room. And I did. So now I've bypassed a lot of the rooms. But the main thing that is also different this time is you can see when I kill enemies, you're not gaining experience. So for the time being, these orbs that are flying towards you aren't doing anything. You're also not regaining health anymore. The main way you actually gain abilities now is going to be at the beginning of a level, and there's an item room somewhere in here. So yes, you can absolutely just jump through and bypass all of these levels, but then you have a chance of missing the item room somewhere in the level. And you can see on the minimap, you still have the icon of the minimap. There's a chest there in the minimap. So I know that's where the actual item is, and you can see it there above me. So I just need to make it to that room, and I can get myself a new ability. So at the current moment, because there's only one layer, or one level effectively, it is actually relatively difficult to, well, get yourself a good large build, which is why I have the option of using backspace and being able to pick up some abilities. For example, if we take up some greater multi-projectiles and we take up an air blade, which is now different than it was before, we can also pick up some mini black hole to pull enemies in potentially. And let's go with homing shots because they all work together. And now, if I do this, you get some craziness because effectively, wherever the projectiles hit, everything gets pulled towards them. Now, ideally, you would be using the black hole effect when you are using melee. It is far more useful then. But I just want to show that you can have some really wacky combinations where now you can just effectively fly as long as you keep hitting enemies. Now you're not invulnerable, and let me actually just heal myself effectively by getting some health ups so I can continue showing this. But using a homing and black hole, we are now able to do this, and when you come in this room, you can pick up a new power-up. Now at the moment, as you see, it is for some reason allowing you to pick up multiple. It sometimes works correctly, sometimes doesn't. I have a feeling it is because I'm giving myself cards manually beforehand. That is on my to-do list to fix. So as you see, I just keep clicking them and selecting them, and it keeps adding. It keeps adding, and I can keep adding, and then now I'm out of new cards, and it just never stops. Unfortunately, that it is currently a bug. So I wouldn't pick up something here, but it is there to work with, and you can see all your stats are being updated. There's my new damage amount because I've picked up some stuff, the speed, etc. is all being updated here. Unfortunately, there is no way to get out of here, so good old Alt F4. But we have a lot of new ones. Piercing goes through enemies, as you saw. There's a lot of interesting abilities, and for example, if I actually use the black hole ability properly, for example, I grab freezing aspect and the mini black hole, you could see that when I go ahead and attack in melee, they all get pulled towards me. So it makes hitting them a lot easier. But I don't have the ability to hit them multiple at once. So let's go ahead and just quickly grab Cleave for demonstration. There's Cleave. I'll go ahead and select it. And now you can see when they get hit, they get pulled towards me. And then eventually they will freeze when they build up enough freeze. So much nicer. So again, lots of new abilities to play around with. And you can see there's the chest on the minimap, so we know it's in that direction. Unfortunately, again, the minimap in this version isn't working. But I think it's all a lot nicer now. And I have fallen, unfortunately. So I think it's so starting to come together. And one thing you might have noticed is there's a lot more blood than last time, I believe. I don't think I had that much blood last time. Now there's just more of it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's more. Why? Because it's fun. I think it's awesome, and so I added it in. Simple as that. I think it's fun, so I had it. And if you think of something that is fun, or you think of new abilities or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Leave some feedback. I would love it, absolutely love it. And if you want to try out this version for yourself, it is available right now to my Patreon supporters, where you can join these wonderful people here in supporting what I do and get yourself a copy of this as well. All the money, of course, is going to help fund and help me be able to create this game and continue this journey with you guys. But with that, more PCG biome tutorials coming next week. Until then, check out this video right here, where you can see where this game originally started and how far it has come.